In this video, we'll take up the example of the Central Bureau of Investigation, which is the CBI, because it is a special body which is neither statutory nor constitutional, as well as it was established in 1963 and it is currently having its Diamond Jubilee year. So the CBI was established under the recommendation of the Santanam Committee on Prevention of Corruption by a resolution of the Union Home Ministry, and later it was transferred to the Ministry of Personnel. So now this might be a confusing question, as to usually they say CBI is a statutory body under a DSPE Act, but that is wrong. So we need to see why it derives its powers from that particular act. So there is a little history behind it. During the World War II, there was a special police establishment that was constituted in 1941 under the Department of British India. But it was created in order to inquire into allegations based on bribery and corruption during the war that time. And later, this particular formation was actually formalized into an agency under the Government of India to investigate on corruption in the various wings of the government. This was done enacting the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946. Down the lane in 1963, based on the Santanam Committee's recommendation, when CBI was created, it was created under a resolution, but it derives its power still from the DSPE Act of 1946. So you need to have the clarity as to why it derives its powers from there but is established under a resolution. Second thing, we need to know the functions of this particular body. So it actually takes control over the crimes under corruption, economic offenses, organized crimes, and other crimes. So first, about its anti-corruption crimes, it actually investigates a lot of cases under the Anti-Corruption Act. Second is about the special crimes that it can investigate. It does under the Indian Penal Code, as well as when any state government requests for an investigation under any law, the CBI does investigate. It also investigates under the orders of high courts or supreme courts. Another functions include the economic crimes, where it investigates the crimes based on fake Indian currency, cybercrime, bank frauds, crimes based on imports and exports, smuggling of narcotics, and etc. Now, we'll see about more intricate details which are usually confusing when it comes to the options in exams. First thing is that basically it is an investigating agency of the central government. So it can invest on any cases that the central government usually asks the CBI to. But it can do it in any state based on the consent of the state government which is involved in the case. The consent is of two types, which is of case-specific consent as well as the general consent. In another case, either the Supreme Court or the High Court can also order the CBI to investigate any crime anywhere in the country, but for this, the consent of the state is not required. So there are two types. When the central government asks, consent is required. When the High Court or the Supreme Court asks, the consent isn't required. Also, the CBI can take up suo motu cases, but only in the cases of union territories. Its other function includes that it coordinates with on behalf of the Interpol as the policy agency in India for finding out cases with regards to the Interpol. Other than this, it also provides assistance to the Central Vigilance Commission as well as the Lokpal. When it comes to the CBI Academy, it is located in Ghaziabad, UP, and also has 3 regional training centers. Now about the composition. Till 2014, the CBI director was appointed on the basis of the DSPE Act of 1946. But in 2015, the Lokpal Act provided for a committee for the appointment of the CBI director. The committee consists of the Prime Minister, the leader of the opposition, and the Chief Justice of India or his representative. Now we'll see any relevant current affairs that is related to it. So it's called Operation Trishul. So Operation Trishul is like an operation which is associated with the CBI. It involves using the Interpol Star Global Focal Point Network. So Operation Trishul is related to the fugitive economic offenders. It is a CBI is 3 prolonged strategy to nab these fugitive economic offenders. So basically, in the past 1 year, this particular body has extradited like 33 fugitives involved in various criminal cases under this operation. Now we'll also see who is a fugitive economic offender. A fugitive economic offender means any individual against whom a warrant for arrest in relation to a scheduled offence has been issued by any court in India, who leaves or has left India as to avoid criminal prosecutions or refuses to return to India to face any criminal prosecution. So we also have an act called the Fugitive Economic Offenders Act of 2018 for the regulation of the same. And that's about the entire body of CBI, its constitution, as well as its current affair relevance.